As my curiosity was now piqued with the acquisition of two models of musical Casio calculators, I of course started investigating even more of them and kept my eye open for other models at bargain prices. And one turned up on UK eBay, an ML-88 for the heady sum of £7 GBP and 50 plus shipping. I think in total it was at approximately £10 while in the US that probably works out at about 12 to 13 US dollars. This model came out around 1983 or so, according to the Calc Museum website, yet it's not until the May 1985 French catalogue where I could find it listed in the Casio product lineup. Thanks again to the Casio calculator website where I was able to find this catalogue. Though it clearly uses a lot of the same technology used in the calculators we've already seen, this model comes in a different and slightly smaller, but also slightly thicker form factor, plus it adds a bunch of extra features. I'll take it out of its little case so we can get a better look at it. If I compare it with my MG-880, you can see how different it is. Just the same as the ML-831 and MG-880, it too has the same basic calculator function and musical keypad feature, so I won't need to go into those parts in any detail. Worth noting that it does do the little run of musical notes when you carry out a mathematical operation, the same as the ML-831. But like the MG-880, it omits the square root function, and it also doesn't have the 880's Invaders game. My life will never be complete if I can't perform square roots and play Invaders on a calculator. Regardless, what the ML-88 has over those models is a clock, calendar, stopwatch, timer, and 3 musical alarms. The clock does exactly what you would expect, with hours, minutes, and days on the display, and a PM symbol depending on the time of day. Surprisingly, no 24-hour option for this clock. It always shows the day of the week, even in clock mode, indicated by a small black square above the corresponding day that is screen printed on the case. If you press and hold the date button, you get to see the year, month, and a day displayed in numbers, along with the day of the week marker that is always present. Of note, it has a perpetual calendar, needing no adjustment for leap years and such, and the year can be set from 1901 all the way up to 2099, as shown on page 14 of the user guide. If it's set to 1999 or earlier, the date numbers will be displayed hyphenated, and if it's set to 2000 or later, there will be no hyphens. I'm not sure whether it will roll back over when it gets to 2099, but the way the world is going these days, I'm glad that I won't be around then to find out. But maybe we can set the time close to midnight on December the 31st, 2099 to see what happens. If we look at the date after it rolls over to January the 1st, 2100, the Casio is showing the letter E and telling us that the world has ended at midnight on December the 31st, 2099. So if you're watching this video well into the future and you're getting close to the year 2100, well, it sucks to be you. Or maybe the E stands for error, as its perpetual calendar went out of range. Anyway, moving on. There is also a stopwatch feature that includes a lap function, and this can run all the way up to 23 hours, 59 minutes and 59 seconds, plus displaying tenths of a second. Then on top of these functions, we also have 2 independent alarms that can have a buzzer or a melody play, and a countdown timer that also has the option of a buzzer or its own melody. This actually gives us 3 separate melodies depending on the alarm activated, and these are Crueling Slide, Traumerei, and Moments Musicaux number 3. 2 German name tunes and one that appears to be French. The timer function operates exactly like the stopwatch, except in reverse, and can count down from 23 hours, 59 minutes, and 59 seconds, and also with tenths of a second. I won't go through the setting of the alarms, but suffice to say they operate exactly as you would expect with a 24-hour AM/PM clock, and you can select between buzzer or one of the two melodies depending on whether you set alarm 1 or 2. To tell the Casio if you want a melody or buzzer to play, you have to have the selection switch at the melody logo for the melody or the other two positions for the buzzer. You can manually activate any of the three melodies by moving the switch to the melody position and then pressing alarm 1 or 2 or the timer buttons. As you can see, there's quite a lot packed into this little calculator, and though its feature set wouldn't even take up a fraction of the resources in just about any cell phone from just over a decade or so later, for the mid-1980s, it would have been quite a handy, useful, and compact device.